Okay, you got the getting started.
It says live, but I'm waiting for it to pop up the video. Here we go.
Okay, we are live. I'm going to call to order the work session for July 22nd for the city of Tenino. I don't have a lot to discuss, so if anybody has any thoughts or they want to share, but I will go over a couple things. I guess I'll just start with this one. We had our staff meeting this morning, and one of the ideas that was brought up, I just want to throw out there, this is just very initial, this is just, hey, what would this look like? It was discussed about, if you go down to Centralia, you know how they block off some of the side streets and have, like you can have picnic tables. I've been to a lot of communities where they have a street that they block off, and you know, that's not, I think it was the police chief that actually brought it up.
Yeah.
Said, why don't we block off Howard from Sussex, which Howard is where the bar is there, Howard Street. Why don't we block that off from Sussex down to that alleyway and use it in the summertime as a, you could have whatever, picnic
Put
table.
bollards out there and put tables.
And make it a place where people can come out there and sit, not just the bar, but they could go to basically any business in town if they wanted to grab something to eat and take it out there and just have a nice open summer area. I mean, I kind of thought it was a good idea when I first thought about it, because it doesn't really change traffic that much. There's easy ways to get around it. Howard is where the tavern is, a landmark
Yeah,
that goes
right
a
there.
side street.
Right from the alley up to Sussex.
So he wouldn't block any, you know, there's nothing there where there's really people going in and out.
No.
Obviously, the sidewalks will stay open and those kind of things, but I kind of thought, hey, that sounds like a good idea. It
Just
might
in
be
the summer
somewhere.
months.
Yes.
Just in the summer months.
Well, it's a little bit, it's actually a little bit different from what I was proposing many years ago. In Bryant Park, New York, they actually set up little kiosk booths. It's got heat and lights and stuff like that, and it's opened all year round
Right.
with the ice rink in the wintertime and roller skating in summer, and just let people rent those out.
Yeah. And I thought I saw something on
Especially around by
Facebook,
the
somebody was
pool.
mentioning something like that. Why doesn't the town have little booths that people can rent? But I don't know about that one.
I'd like that.
Anyway, I don't know what it'll entail. My hope would be if we did it, it would be kind of just an experimental thing to see how it went for a year. And hopefully it wouldn't be something that was so complicated that it made it impossible to do, you know? I mean, if it's
Yeah.
simple, we can block it off and make it safe for people. And so
Well,
I just wanted to throw it out there and see if anybody had any thoughts on it
You
or
might want to
concerns.
reconsider with the location, because you've got the farmer's market over here, so you'll be competing with them. If we can combine both of
necessarily.
them.
Because there's not gonna be any selling of anything down there.
It's just gonna
On
be a
Howard.
place-
It's just gonna be tables for people to take, like go
Oh,
in and get
having
us.
lunch and that kind of
Right,
stuff.
Yeah,
right.
just an
Yeah.
outdoor seating
That's
area
all-
during the
yeah, it's
summertime where
not gonna
people can
be-
grab something and
It's
sit
not gonna be
outside.
vendors.
I thought you were talking about
No.
putting vendors there,
No.
food vendors.
Not this.
Because you do know that we've got, years ago, we put in the ability for those food trucks to come into the park. No one's ever taken advantage of it.
Well, we've talked about that, it was brought up at the sale. We were all sitting around talking, a few of us chamber members that were there, talking about once during the summertime, having, rent people tables or booths up in the park itself to have a big swap meet.
Yeah.
Some kind of a big swap meet, you know.
Yeah, kind of like what I was talking about with
Right,
Bryant Park in
Right,
New York.
only just, they could bring their own tables,
That's fine, however.
we wouldn't supply any of it, but just let them come in and set up, and food vendors and craft vendors and all, I think it's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Different times in the summer.
So anyway, if you have any thoughts, I'm going to talk to the chamber just to see what they, you know, if they think it's,
Yeah.
I know the owner of the landmark, of course, who would be a big benefactor since it's right there in front of
Right.
his place, was somebody said something to him about it already and he was all for it. But I think it would help, I mean, just other places. If you wanted to eat outside, you can go grab something and go sit out there and eat. Any of the, you know, places.
You don't think you'd get a lot of feedback, negative feedback from people that turn on that street to go
Well, of
to the
course you
parking
would.
lot behind?
Well, you can go around it. It's a block to
Yeah,
go around
that
it.
one block is nothing.
I mean, I'm sure
No,
somebody will
I
complain.
get
They
that.
would get used to it and turn like
Block
right up
before.
here, right here and go around. Or turn right in this next street, and then go around to get in the parking lot. That's the, you know.
And like we were talking about, you're gonna get, some people are gonna say something, but I don't think it's a big inconvenience for anybody
You
to
weren't
go
on the
around and.
council. John, we were, the three of us, and I think you were still on council then, when they had to close down Ritter Street. Don't you remember the bitching and moaning and groaning that we got for that? Oh my God,
No,
you thought,
I don't
you'd
remember
have thought
that.
we'd have killed those people out on Crowder. We couldn't get into town. What's the matter with you closing that street? We won't be able to get into town. Like there were no other streets
around it.
off of Park Street that would take them into town. It was hilarious.
We fought heck when we closed down this, going all the way out to the highway, because people were using it as the runway to get in there.
Yeah.
Close that off.
You know, it just, you're gonna get feedback, yes, definitely, but they'll get used to it.
Yeah, and it's only for 2 or 3 months, so.
Yeah, it's not like it's forever.
Yeah. Anything else on that one? A couple things on the agenda that I just wanted to bring up before we get to the vote on them. The Eagles, last meeting, we had that plan for their car, they want to do that car show, and they wanted to take over the whole city parking lot back there. We did talk to them. They are just going to use Howard Street now between Sussex and Park and their parking area. So they took the big parking lot out of the, and so
Out of the
they're going to
equation.
look, they're asking to have their fee waived for that event now. So I think Troy talked to him, and I think he's cool with what they want to do with that now. So just so you know, that's kind of what that whole thing is, and they
They're
are
gonna
at.
take care of their own trash, or were you taking care of it?
I'm thinking they'll take care of their own
They
trash.
better if
Yeah.
we're not, they're not paying a fee.
Yeah.
The farmer's market does.
Yeah.
Our people don't do it, so that should be a stipulation that they have to do all the
Yeah.
cleanup.
Well, I think that's what they're asking, to waive the fee, because I think the fee we charge them is basically if they don't clean up, we
Right,
have the
yeah.
fee, but they're asking for it to be waived, so that's gonna be the other issue.
That's fine.
I can't imagine that they wouldn't clean up after themselves, but,
Well, if you don't say it, they might not.
yeah. So that's on the agenda. The other one, did we talk about the $150 fee last meeting?
No.
For fire?
No.
Another one that's come up is, it was suggested that we implement a $150 fire inspection fee, and it's on the agenda to be approved. I looked up our current code, and it does require every business to be inspected initially with a fire inspection, and then when they renew their license, they have to have a fire inspection. But it says there's no charge for that in our current code. So we're paying out, if we pay somebody to go, obviously, we're not gonna get these fire inspections done for nothing. So the way it is right now, the city's gonna incur the cost of doing those for businesses. It was brought up to charge a $150 fee to cover that. So I think we need to do a little more looking into this before we approve anything. I mean, that's a pretty significant amount for a small business to.
Yes, it is. When you think about, some businesses, no. But then you've got these little businesses in town,
Like Joyce.
like Joyce,
Yeah.
like the
Who's
Antique
living
Mall,
on-
like Kate's, like Los Compadres,
Like
like
the new one, the new
Egan's.
place that just moved
Egan's,
in.
oh, and Kumquat across the street.
Yeah.
That's another one, and that's a nonprofit too, by the way.
And so we can have some discussion about it if we want to during the meeting, but I think it's too early to say, let's approve this fee,
Yeah.
because.
So they have to
I-
be inspected every year on
It's-
their license renewal?
Yes,
And they're supposed to,
You're
so
supposed
that's
to.
another $150. God, you know, it seems like.
every time you
we're
turn your
coming-
head.
Yeah,
there's
we're
a-
coming up with all kinds of ways to keep business out of Tenino, as far as I'm concerned.
Anyway, we'll look into it more, but we can discuss, if you want to have some more discussion, I'll take it back and look into it, but right now, our code says there's no charge for that. And my guess is, what I told them this morning, what I did when we were in the fire department, the firefighters did just a basic level fire inspections, not all the complicated stuff, but basic stuff. And then if something came up, like they found something that was beyond their training, then they would call in the fire marshal to do more complicated things. So,
So we would
So-
not be paying, if the fire department would do it, if one of their guys would do it, like you guys did, then we would not
there would be
be
no
paying.
fee.
We
see
used
them.
that, the department used to have somebody that would go around, then he
Yeah,
got
Dan.
promoted
Yeah.
to chief.
Dan Mahoney.
Yeah, but
Well-
that's been a long time ago,
Yeah, he's
and we
been the
haven't
chief
had
of
it
Winlock
since.
for,
The idea
So-
kind of is, though, if you train, like when I was a firefighter, we got trained in basic fire inspections.
Yeah.
Because they're going in these, should be going in these buildings anyway,
Right.
to look at them, to know where the electrical panels are, to make sure exits aren't blocked, and
Well,
those
that's-
basic things
That's
anyway.
something that we do, but it's not really an inspection.
Well, that's, you do that still, but if they can get trained, they can, while they're walking through, they can say, oh, there's an extension cord that looks bad here, you need to make sure this, you know, it's simple stuff, is
Yeah.
90% of the causes. So if they're already going through these buildings looking for all the other stuff they are, maybe, that's part of what I wanna look into.
Have a talk
Maybe
with-
they could do
have a
some,
talk with
I was
chief.
gonna say, when I worked at Seminary, they came in in Lacey.
yeah,
They
we come
came
in,
every year
yeah, we
to
did,
do their inspection. They'd notify us like a week before.
yeah. And there are, there
I
are
worked
consequences of not doing
Seminary
them,
physical
because
therapy.
when they, like right now, the fire department's going through, every few years, they re-rate your fire rating for the city. And if your score goes up or down, it can affect your insurance rate, so not having those fire inspections is gonna be a ding that they're
and
gonna
that's
get when
something
they,
that you, but
so,
I think you need to come to the next chamber board meeting,
yeah.
and then you can talk to the board about these things.
Yeah, so there's all kinds of consequences that I think we just need to take into consideration before we move on that one. The fire code, I'm not super familiar with what he's asking here. My guess is that they're asking to adopt the current version of the IFC in its entirety and eliminate some old stuff. I don't know that I can give you any detail into what it is, besides I just think it's, our old code probably references old,
Well, over the years,
But-
a lot of the codes that we have had have been superseded because of things that the state.
It's state
you must.
mandated, yeah, and I think that's what this
And I
is, it's
think
a
that's
state.
what this is, that
Yeah.
it's a state
I'd still
mandate.
like to be able to see it before we do it. you know.
Okay, and we can, I don't, like I said, I don't know, it doesn't get, I didn't get any details on what exactly we were
Well, it
eliminating,
didn't-
but,
I tried to look it up, and it didn't look to me like,
This,
let's see.
is that what you?
No, that's the fire inspection fees, that's for the fee.
The problem I have with
It's
those
down
type of
further.
codes, that the state says you must,
yeah.
is that it's not one size fits all. And that's what their must is, it's one
Yeah.
size fits all.
It's
What fits Seattle's supposed to fit us.
Yeah, well, I can't imagine Matt, our fire marshal, would say do it if it wasn't
See,
squared,
this,
but,
all
you know,
this,
I'm
all
not.
this is, it doesn't show us what the,
The actual code is.
What the-
section D was. It
what
doesn't
it
show
is,
us,
yeah.
it just says they want to get rid of it.
Yeah, I might be able to pull it up real quick just to see what it is, but anyway, we can make a decision on that one, I guess, when it's time to see if we want to just, like I said, I don't think he would recommend something that's,
Who's
I'm guessing,
recommending this?
the fire
I
marshal.
think we need further information.
Yeah, I think that's another table. I'm sorry,
Okay.
another table.
Let's see, what else do we, I'm trying to think if there's any other things that are, I will just let you know, we are up through, almost done with May on the catching up on the reconciliations. She just had a few things she needed before she left. She had a planned vacation before she started, Nancy did. So she's gone until the end of this week. So she said when she gets back, she'll finish up, get May, the couple little things she needs to do there. She'll get June. I'm thinking June should be pretty easy since she had been working on it, so she knows what's there. So I'm thinking that one will be fairly quick for her. So I'm hoping next meeting we will be up to date and be able to provide a report that's accurate and up to date. So,
And Maria was saying today that she's been working with
Yeah.
Nancy too, and they've done.
Processes are
they're
much more-
processing the bars codes and things.
making
so-
sure things are coded in
Yeah,
the correct
yeah,
way, so
yeah.
we're making big improvements on that part of it. We're gonna just start some internal discussions on the budget for next year, kind of just start looking at where we're at with the budget for this year and what that means, just to kind of get a feel where we're at. We'll soon be putting that out to the department heads for their request. So seems like we just finished this, but we'll be starting the budget process again here in the next month or so. And I just want to give us plenty of time because we're going to still be tight with our budget. It's not going to be,
Oh, of
it's not going to.
course.
So I just want to give us plenty of time to put some real good thought into it and make sure we get a product that we're all happy with, even though it's gonna be, you know, it's not gonna be easy, so. I would rather get started a little earlier than late and trying to rush it at the end of the year to get it done, so.
Good.
Look forward to that. What else?
Is Linda Huntley gonna be here tonight?
Which one?
The commission?
Oh, I don't know if she's coming to the meeting or not. Didn't know. I'm trying to think of any other things that are kind of going on. I think Rhonda's probably, she said she was going to retire a couple months ago, but she's so tied into the court, she keeps wanting to make sure that gets done, so. We're still got the court kind of set up, but there was, I think I told you guys, there's a 6 months waiting period that we have to do before we can do the transfer. We're trying to see if we can get that shortened up just a little bit, since we have so few cases.
Yeah.
I think the reason they set up that 6 months, if you're bigger, like Olympia just went in
Right.
there, that's a big transfer.
Right.
But for us, it's pretty small, so we're gonna see if we can shorten that up a little bit to maybe if we can get started. Yeah, but the county's gonna come in and just start going through stuff, and so we're, if nothing else, we're ready at the first of next year to make that switch over.
So does the county come here and hold court, or do the
No,
people?
It's all at the
that-
county.
No, it's all at the county.
It's all at the county.
Okay, so they won't have to hold court here
No.
anymore.
No, so
Yeah.
they,
I was
that,
just, that's what
but then we
I
don't get a court
understood,
clerk,
but,
see, that saves us a salary.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I understood, and then somebody else said something about it being held here, and I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah. I mean, that is a bit of an inconvenience for people that live in town here, but I think,
City.
Gee, they
City,
shouldn't break the
city.
law. They should break the law if they don't wanna be inconvenienced. What'd you say, John?
yeah, don't
He
break it.
said town.
I said
city.
town. He got me. Wait till you say table. I'm gonna get.
Oh, you know why I do that, don't you? When I first got on council, the Olympian always said, town council meeting, town council meeting, town council meeting. We're not a town, we're a incorporated city. So every 2 weeks I'd go down
Go there
there
and tell 'em.
for 2 years before they finally started putting in city.
Well, you're lucky they did it. My daughter hates the Olympian because both of her girls were baseball players, and they were good baseball players with North Thurston. In fact, my oldest granddaughter, they retired her jersey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, she wasn't super, but she's just a good person. They never put scores and stuff for the girls' ball. Never did. Valerie used to get so mad.
I think that you, John, you posted something about this, but I'll mention it. The food bank has done amazing work down at the new
Oh,
facilities down there.
Gotta get
They,
down there
if you
and
could
see
drive
that.
by the old shop that was kind of in disrepair, they
Yeah.
put new siding on it, they put some new roofing on it.
New roofing, siding, doors,
Yeah.
Oh,
some,
I gotta get
some
down
new
there. I keep
flooring.
forgetting.
New flooring, they're gonna
Electrical
insulate the
stuff.
inside,
Electrical.
I'll insulate the whole thing, so.
Oh, good.
They, and I did just talk to Jody today, and the thing we signed with them was a lease with the option to buy. She's, just so you know, this is very not, we haven't talked beyond just casual conversation, so this is something that we will all have to discuss more at some point. She is, kind of wants, I think, sooner than later, buy. It sounds like she's maybe got some sources for some money.
Oh,
A couple options, so she's saying, hey, if we buy, you know, maybe like early next year, what do you think the cost would be?
Yeah.
So we need to figure out a cost. The other thing she asked about is if we may be willing to carry the contract on it. They think they could get a loan, because they don't know they have enough money to just buy it all outright. Kind of like we did with the fire department, where we, for
Sure.
4 or 5 years.
Sure.
I think that might be a good
Sure,
option, but.
sure.
So anyway, what I talked about is, okay, maybe, I'm just throwing out numbers, these are not real numbers. If we said we're gonna sell it for $300,000, that's the
Right.
price and it's gonna be a 5-year payback or whatever it is. Maybe we'll ask for a little bit more if we wanna carry the contract, so, because we're not gonna get interest off of that, obviously. If they decided they could pay it off earlier, we'll cut back a little bit, so.
well, does that depend?
If
do
they,
we have to
need
get?
more time, have an option in contract
Right.
to extend.
Do we
Yeah.
have to have that cleared by the attorney?
Yeah, I'll double check them. I know we did it with the fire department when we sold that building.
So Jamie that bought well, her dad was Jim, he was on the Civil Service Commission, her dad.
Oh, I know who you're talking, I figured his last name.
Me either. Anyway, she came up to me at the sale, cause she bought my Grandma Inman's lot on the corner, cause they live in Doc Wickland's house. So she says she'd had, Freddie Martin. You don't know Freddie Martin? Oh my God, you don't wanna know Freddie Martin. Jeannie Pettit's brother.
Okay.
She's had him, he's a surveyor. So instead of hiring a big engineering firm, she wanted that surveyed because at one point, Bernie and Laney came and they put those two lots together because they lived in front of Grandma and Grandpa, and so they bought that after when they tore it down. So she wanted the line marked. He kept giving her directions. The north side of this and that. She says, no, it's Grandma Inman and Wickland's property. So I just kept telling him, no, it's it's the Inman Wickland property. So anyway, I thought that was so funny.
That's all I can think of right now. Does anybody have any questions about anything going on or anything out there that getting questions about? I'll try to answer if you have anything.
I don't know if the city wants to do or you want to do anything, but Frank's Hicks at National Convention, or Department of Veterans Affairs, the convention, Frank Hicks was named Veteran of the Year.
Oh, sure we should.
Yeah.
I should recognize him.
I thought we should too. I was supposed to talk to Dan about doing an article in the paper too.
Well,
Yeah, we'll have to, maybe in that next meeting, we can
right.
have some kind of recognition.
You write the article. Okay.
Oh, I don't know enough. I don't know enough about him. I figured he could call him. I know what you're doing.
Yeah, I think we should do something.
Yeah, we
some
should
kind
have
of
some
proclamation
recognition.
or something, you know.
Yeah, he's done so much for, and worked so hard.
Yeah, we'll do
Well,
something.
not just the VFW, but also
About it.
And
Do
I'll
some
sign
kind of
it.
recognition or, yeah. Well, that's pretty impressive.
We have to sign this too.
oh, here.
I got it. I got it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say John stole it.
I got a fancy, I have a
have five
fancy
of
pen here.
No, you just borrowed it.
That's Jeff, okay. Okay, we're gonna take it back down there so Jeff can have it next. I don't need to look at it because I just signed all the checks.
Limited site coming out of the streets.
You wanna put this down for Jeff?
Well, I guess we'll just be in recess until 7:30.
Well,
I
we
guess
can
we have
do-
something come, oh, we can do the reports,
Let's
yeah.
do reports.
I
Let's
was
get these out of the way.
Spaced out on the reports. Seems so quiet, or do they nobody out there?
Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber's Oregon Trail Days is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Parade is Saturday, starting at 10:45 down at the middle school. And Steady is taking July and August off, and the Chamber is taking August off for their lunch forum. They're not gonna have one. Because George is gonna be at the University of Washington celebrating his 1 year new kidney.
In the hospital.
He's gotta go for a bunch of tests. He said at the chamber meeting last time, that's what he was gonna be doing. That's his, yeah. And the EDC is marketing the Agricultural Innovation Park, and they've got Thurston Talk did an article on them, so. Okay.
It's kind of summertime schedule around here, not a lot going on. Library is not here. Civil Service Commission, I do know that they had an application.
We've
Didn't
got it
see.
on the schedule.
Yeah. She seemed like a good person, and Jody talked to her and recommends that we move forward with appointing her. They've been short for some time, so, and we're doing a hiring, so we need to get somebody on there, so, anyway, that's all I know that's going on with the Civil Service. Finance Committee, we didn't have a meeting, since the last time.
No,
We will have one hopefully before the next meeting,
we
because.
will.
I hope so. Is that
We got it
scheduled
on-
next?
We got it on
I
there.
thought we did.
I think we scheduled them
We
out for.
scheduled it last time.
Well, I don't remember, so let's just look and see here.
August the 12th.
Is that our next one?
How
August
come
12th?
Linda didn't put it on her calendar?
I don't know, I did,
You better get that on there.
Yeah,
She forget.
10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Planning Commission, I did go to their last meeting. It was just more talk about, they spent a lot of time talking about the ag park and how they wanted to zone the ag park. I think now it is public, it's called public service or something like that, is how that area is zoned out there.
Really?
Yeah. And there was discussion about either leaving it that way or changing it to some kind of like light industrial or something like that, because I don't remember if it's light industrial, but it was something besides public use. But the idea that's being thrown around is what's called an overlay. So you have your base, whatever your base zoning is, and right now it's public, semi-public use. But you have an overlay that allows you to kind of, I'm not so fluent in this to be able to explain it super well, but you can add other uses in there with this, what they call an overlay. And I don't know exactly how it works, but the problem we have out there is we don't know who's gonna come, you know. If people come and say, hey, I wanna do X out at the ag park, if we just keep it public, semi-public, and it doesn't meet that, how do you,
Well, I think
you
that.
know, it may eliminate a lot of places, so this overlay allows some flexibility on what can be approved. And I think it has to come to the council before it's approved if it's in this overlay thing. So there was just a ton of discussion about that, and that was the whole big thing with the planning commission at that meeting. They're getting down to the wire here. They need to kind of get it wrapped up soon, so I'm hoping they get it all pulled together, and because we have to have public comment, and the council has to look at it and they have to bring it to the council.
Well, they need to bring us a hard copy so
Yeah,
that we
we
can
already
read
talked
it.
about that.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna print it. We're just, the discussion was having SCGA do it, SCJ Alliance, and I'm just thinking it's gonna cost us twice as much as.
I talked to Terry today.
Oh, did you?
He has nothing to do with that anymore.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, so we're thinking we're just gonna do it in-house, and we can print it double-sided, and I think it'll be, because it's a pretty lengthy document, so it would cost some, yeah.
It's over 100 pages.
Yeah, so we do it double-sided and just have our staff do it, besides, instead of paying somebody $150 an hour to do it.
Yeah.
I think we'll be better off just doing it ourselves, even though it's so
I
lengthy.
think that's true.
So we'll get those, when
For the next
everything's,
meeting,
when everything's done. They say this is what we want to present
I
to the
think they
council.
said, didn't Adam say it, when he came and talked to us at the end of the next, August, the end of August, maybe by the second meeting in August. I think
So it
that's
should
what
come
he
to
said.
us, we can have input on it, and then it's gotta go to
I-
public comment,
thought
then it
we
has to
were
be
gonna have-
approved by the planning commission and back to us again for final approval, so
SCJ
it's gonna
Alliance
take.
would have to do it, and that's what he was just saying, that would cost about $100 and some an hour for them to do it. So it's cheaper for the city to do it. That's why we wanna get rid of SCJ.
Yes, I know, but
I don't know for sure that's what it would cost per hour, but I'm
A
just.
lot.
yeah,
It's gonna
I'm
cost a
sure
lot.
it would.
It's gonna be more than $15 a sheet.
Yeah.
I mean, 15 cents.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we charge the public, is 15
Yeah,
cents
I don't know what our
a
cost of
sheet
it.
to copy.
So anyway, I can come in and put packs together. I'm smart enough, I can do that, I think.
If you need somebody to
You can
supervise
go to
that,
the
I
library.
know I can do that.
So anyway, we'll get those to you as soon as they say everything's
only-
skookum and
only
ready to
the
go.
first
We'll get
50.
those printed out, because
Yes.
it's a lot of,
Hey,
it's,
Take it to the library.
Yeah,
Get
for
50
free?
Yeah, with your library card, you can.
You
Yeah,
can
I
get
can do
50
that too.
copies and she could get 50.
I think you can.
Well, we don't need that many, I think we only need,
And everybody
We only
wants a
need
hard copy, is that
6.
right? Is
I know,
everybody?
but there's more
okay.
than 50 pages.
no,
It's
50
90, I think.
copies. You could make up to 50 copies.
Oh, of
Yeah.
the whole thing?
Well,
50
they
copies.
don't specify how many pages for each copy.
Oh my,
Yeah.
might be worth it.
Adam may be here tonight, I don't know if he's gonna come to the regular meeting, but if he does, we can have him update. Public Safety Committee, you guys, nothing? Public Works, do anything?
Yes, I talked to them this morning. He said that they were busy with Oregon Trail Days,
Yeah.
everybody will be working. He's waiting on, they're waiting on the courts that they were gonna put in, the pickleball
Pickleball
court
courts.
and
Oh.
whatnot, because it had to have a archaeological
Yeah.
Study too, yeah.
study, and so they can't do anything until that's done.
Can I add on to that just a little bit?
Sure.
The pickleball court, I saw something, I think on Facebook, somebody complaining about, oh, the city's spending this money. I think the matching is the work that we're doing for the matching
Well,
on
sure
that
it
grant.
is, yeah.
So I don't, people were questioning why we're spending money on a basketball pickleball court and when there's other things, but
We got a
that
grant.
in kind, we got a grant and the
Yeah.
matching part of it is in
Well,
kind.
I
So
just wouldn't
we're
even
doing
mention-
work to, we're not paying dollars,
I
we're
wouldn't
doing
even
work in lieu.
mention the in-kind part. We got a grant to have it done, that's cut
Yeah,
and dry.
that's, yeah.
So anyway, I just wanted to make sure you knew if you ever heard anybody
Yeah.
talking the grant, the match is the work
Yeah.
we're doing, the city's doing.
So
Okay,
they're-
sorry.
They're working on field one,
Are they, sorry?
because the dirt and the soil, and it wasn't correct because of the way they had been maintaining it. And so he's got that all worked out to get new soil and sand and stuff. Sewer plant samples were taken, they came back and they were all good. Waiting to hear when they haul out the sludge. He's waiting for Tribeca. And they don't know exactly when that'll be, because it's evidently a busy time for them. The screen replacement, they're waiting on the Department of Ecology. It was submitted to them. The engineers have submitted it to them, so they're just waiting on it.
I know we just got another $10,000 bill from our engineers for engineering on it.
The pool
That's
is
amazing.
doing,
That's Gibson Olson, yeah.
and the pool is doing really well.
Yeah,
I noticed they were open today, that's good.
yeah.
Um,
I haven't seen the numbers about how much we've gotten revenue, but I think it seemed like
Yeah.
they're doing pretty good.
Did you get a chance to look up the ordinance on the amount of sandstone that we are requiring? on the
No,
outside
I
of the
didn't get that
building?
one. I looked at a couple of the other ones. You can,
Well,
are you finished or did you?
Yes,
Okay, sorry.
that was it.
I'm sorry.
This is another
It's
good
okay.
discussion. We can,
Yeah, right now, I think it's 30%. I believe that we require a new business to put on the front part of
the
their
front of the building.
Sandstone.
Yeah,
Do you have any idea how much that costs a new business?
back then, no.
Yeah, but now, if they had been able to buy the sandstone from Tenino sandstone, would have been $98,000 just for the sandstone. That's not putting it on, that's just,
The sands, the product.
Yeah.
they ended up having to go to Canada to get it.
This kind of doesn't even look
Yeah.
like, I mean, it's a kind of a,
And it looks like cement blocks to me, it doesn't even look like sandstone.
Probably something needs to be really.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I
what we were
think the
talking about
ordinance,
today.
Maybe, if we 10% of the building, or even 5% of the.
I think you could just put, I mean, with today's technology, you can get stuff that looks,
Yeah,
Yep,
you probably can't distinguish it from real sandstone. I think the idea is to have the look. I don't think anybody
That
really
is,
cares
it's
if it's made out of
aesthetics.
concrete that basically mimics sandstone or not. There's gotta be a better way, I think, in today's world. I mean, back when that was passed,
I-
like you said, it's been
I-
a long time ago since the window
right,
was
and I
passed.
think at that time, it wouldn't
It
be that
wasn't very
expensive to
expensive.
do,
Right,
well, like,
right.
when Jump did the,
The
his
house,
office.
yeah,
At that time, I don't think it was that expensive to do that, but,
so anyway, it's
Yeah.
just another one of those that we should look at, and, because, yeah, I think that is kind of prohibitive for most businesses, that anybody wanted to build something to, okay, back
Maybe in
on,
the meantime, you have Troy look into some substitute type stuff.
Yeah, I
That
think
would give the same type
kind
of
of-
look.
it'd be nice if we had a standard,
We
so
could-
people just could order,
Yeah,
and so
we
it
could
could
do
look
that.
look consistent across the city. If anything new
Right.
came in, we had, this is the product we want people to use, so it's, people don't buy some
Yeah.
cheap stuff and it looks like, you know what, or,
like cheap stuff.
yeah. Chief of Police, we did talk this morning, I guess there's been, talking to the officers, there's been a lot of youth, just kind of mischief, or maybe a little more than mischief. I know this morning when I talked to Jody, some kid, sounds like threw a rock at their truck that was parked down there and blew out the windshield on their truck. I think they know who it is, but they didn't get any video, but I think somebody ratted on them. So there's just, they said there's been just a lot of youth
Since school got out.
youth stuff since schools got out, so that's been a big part of their, yeah, their
Each year
workload.
seems to be getting a little bit worse.
Yeah. Other than that, trying to think of
I'm just a
other,
little.
remember anything? He didn't really say much about,
About the
think
new officer that.
new
that
officers
just
kind
has
of
to
getting their
pass the
psych in
poly
there.
and the
and-
psych, and then they'll be on board,
Uh,
so.
Officer came in this morning and said they're working on a training plan for her. Apparently she went through the academy, but has not gone like through a field training. Like most departments, when they come out of the
Yeah.
academy, they do some kind of field training. I guess, like most small cities, they probably just got thrown in the pot and learned on the seat of their pants. So they're gonna have some kind of, field training with her a little bit before, if everything
You
works
get to
out.
know, you get to know your way around the city.
Yeah. So they're planning on that and working on that. Public Works Director, I think we just kind of heard from what he's, Code Enforcement Building Inspector. I haven't heard anything negative, anything good or bad on that end, so I'm hoping that means, if we don't hear anything, it usually means it's going okay. We did have some, I'm not gonna talk, I shouldn't say that one in a public meeting. Park specialist, I know Jessica's busy with the pool. We did have one day, we're short on lifeguards. It was one of those really hot days and short on lifeguards, but it seemed to get worked out. But I think usually this
What, they
early,
just didn't
somebody,
show up,
well,
or-
somebody got hurt and
Oh.
then somebody, I forget what the other one was, if they were sick or something. But anyway, we ended up being short a day, which caused a little bit of concern, but they worked through it. So it sounds like she is hiring somebody to run like the entrance there where they have the table set up where people come in. Forget who it was. Who was it that does the kind of the concessions and stuff? They had a person that was doing that, but I think she's not
Well,
working.
wasn't it the supervisor of the lifeguards that did it last year?
Yeah, but she's hiring Jen Sharber's daughter, Macy.
Macy?
Yeah,
She's
to
done
do,
it before.
she's done it, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So
she
for
works
some
it.
help there.
Good,
I think it's been pretty crowded, so I think it's
good,
been
that's
so.
great, that's great.
She's been helping again with the grants, been a big help making sure our grants are getting reported in a timely manner, so I appreciate her work on that. That's something extra she's taken on, it's not really her job, so. I'll say again, I feel like I need to say this every meeting, people are stepping up and helping us get through this work that, so
Yeah.
I appreciate all their work. Clerk treasurer, I kind of talked about what's going on there. She's out of town until she's doing a part of Route 66 with her son, trip that they had planned for quite some time.
Yeah, I wonder if she's letting him drive.
Yeah, so she'll be back at the end of the week, but I think we're making good improvements there too. My report, I don't know that I have anything besides the things I've already talked about. I will look into, again, that resolution about the sandstone to find that out and
Right.
bring it back to you so we know
And
what that is.
also the building has, the front entrance has to be on Sussex.
Yeah. So I'll bring those back to you, but I don't have anything. Like I said, it's summertime, so things have been pretty quiet as far as meetings go. Be that, nothing. Oh, yeah, be that. Have they met? You don't do Jeff's. I'll see when he comes in if he wants to. If there's anything pressing. Solid Waste Advisory Board,
Our next meeting is August 6th.
School Board, anything that's there out here.
Next meeting next month, Monday,
I forgot what he was talking about at the chamber meeting. There was something that they were doing, but I forget what it is.
Well, in January, the chamber and the school district,
that's right,
district
yeah.
has been trying to get volunteer recognition dinner going or social going every year, and they're having a struggle with it. So the chamber usually has a social in November, but we decided that with everything else going on in November, we'd wait and have it, and it's gonna be the 21st of January in conjunction with the school district. So they'll be able to have their
Recognition.
their recognition dinner as well as in combination with our social, so.
TRPC and TPB.
Well, everything is finally complete basically for the year. Next month, we don't have any meetings, I do believe. But the 20-year plan for roads and how this area is gonna be developed, not to my knowledge specifically, but Thurston County, has all been approved. And remember, it's just a wish list.
Yep, that's all it is.
I don't think we have anything from commissioners or legislature.
Nothing. Oh, I did get the AWC thing, and they recommend that especially small cities, start calling
Talking to them.
legislators and meeting with their legislators, so that's probably a good thing for you to do.
When they're not busy in session, it's easier to get time with
Right,
them than this.
exactly. Yeah, you can't get time with them during
So we
session.
should probably put together, if we want to make any requests, like again, try to get a bathroom, we should probably start talking to them now
I
instead
would,
of
yes,
waiting to.
yeah, I really do think so.
I guess that's it. If anybody comes in, we can go back and catch the ones that we missed,
The
but,
library, and then, I don't think Linda will be here, but.
so we got 15 minutes.
In your meeting this morning, did Troy say anything about what's his name? The stone carver.
Keith Phillips?
Keith goes hiking up, on the trails,
Yeah.
and there's one place that's really bad, kind of a drop off. And he went and talked to Troy.
Troy about it. He
And
didn't say
so
anything about
Troy
it.
said that he would go up there.
Okay, He didn't mention
He
it to me,
didn't
but I
say
can think of.
anything about it this morning.
I'll check in with him just to see if he's,
Yeah.
keep it on his
He
radar.
says rope it off or whatever I'll do, or make something, make people aware that there's a drop there.
Yeah,
It's not a real, it's not like somebody go tumbling down a hill, but it would be a drop that somebody could definitely
hurt.
break
Get
a
hurt,
bone,
yeah.
yeah, get hurt,
Never had it.
so.
I haven't.
Okay, we adjourn at 7:30.
yeah.
Not a briar.
No, coming from Hudson area,
Me too.
where we either went out to
I don't know.
Dakota or going out to Rochester, going on the main road.
Oh, from the Dakota Highway,
Yeah,
turning left or right.
yeah.
Yeah, it has. There's been times it's
We
been
met
different.
about 17,000.
I feel like sometimes I feel like I have to reach out there. It's like those. I think there's some bushes off to the left right
Yeah,
there.
that's what they're talking about, they can't see.
Yeah.
Dave,
Well, now in tent too, is they stole our tent. Somebody jumped the fence, well, the guys always put it inside the school and they didn't do it this time.
what?
Our big huge tent that we had.
Oh, yeah,
Somebody jumped the fence and stole it. And the cameras, thought maybe, well, and Ray said, he looked at the camera, the film, the chief, and you can't
can't tell.
see a bunch of people running around, and their faces are covered, and, can't tell where it is.
Down there by Houston, coming onto the road, what's that side street?
Houston,
No.
Green,
Yeah, I guess that's it. But anyway, going on that road to Dakota, there was a thing on Facebook today, people are complaining that they can't see and people are speeding and all that kind of stuff.
It seemed like we did okay about that last year. I don't know if it goes out.
it needs to be cut back.
It needs to be cut back so they can see better.
No, it's the Dakota highway, you can come out to that stop sign and look,
Yeah,
you can't see.
and the other problem was they complained about was speeding and honking horns because of all that stuff.
No, there used to be a cop sitting there all the time when I was growing up. Right there by underneath the trestles, and they'd catch them like running the stop sign or speeding through there.
When you were growing up, I was on council, we had 4 officers plus the chief. So we had the ability. It was funny, I can tell you that. You're in the same class with Josh, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
NBA.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember the when Josh was a freshman, the football team went undefeated. And the freshmen went to the JVs, and that coach sucked and they hardly won anything. How do you take a team that's undefeated and turn it into a bunch of losers? And again, that coach was crazy.
He was.
Yeah.
Frank kind of filled in with the Tenino basketball team when, after Gordy, the Tenino Tower graduated.
Frank, did you say?
Frank Hicks, because he was a couple years behind, why can't I remember Gordy's last name?
Robertson?
Gordy Needham from the Eagles?
What?
Gordy Needham from the Eagles?
No. The basketball star, the 6'10" basketball star who graduated in '63.
Oh, yeah. from
And went to
there.
the University of Washington, where I think he's still 10th on their scoring list.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
That was a little before my time.
I get ripples of the legends coming down the years.
Yeah. 63, I was 6 years old.
God, we should be out of here by 7:35.
Gordy Harris.
You already talked about everything.
Now I know the name. I've heard that name.
It's funny, Tenino's had 3 sports stars named Harris, and none of them are related to each other.
That's a common name.
Yeah. And Gordy in the early 60s, and Devontae Harris was the best athlete at Tenino High School in the class of 2013. He was like their point guard in basketball, and their quarterback and receiver and on the football team, and their center fielder and leadout hitter and baseball team. And then there was a cross-country runner named Harris.
I did cross country. I did it just so it can stay in shape for track.
Yeah, the kid had a condition called, well, it was a very rare condition, only like 12 or 15 people in the world had it, where parts of his body would go paralyzed
Oh wow.
for periods of time. And his parents were told he probably wouldn't live past 10, but he qualified for state for 4 years at Tenino.
My sister, she saved all of my high school stuff, my letters and my medals and all that stuff. The only thing that she couldn't get was my mom. She took my most valuable player award. It's because it was made out of real bronze. I mean, it was heavy. It was about 2 pounder. She sold it.
Scrap metal dealers.
Yep. Bronze
How
was
about I
going.
get $4 for this?
Bronze was going for a pretty good price back then.
I did a feature on him, on his condition, as he was getting ready for state his junior year. And I won first place for best sports feature in the WNBA contest. And Chronicle did a feature on him, same feature 11 months later, so I beat him by that.
How you doing?
We have to sign in for public comment.
There should be a sheet up there, but we can get one up there, yeah. You wanna?
If I was just curious on that deal we applied for, the special use permit. Do I have to do public comment on that or just wait for you guys or?
You can do something.
Yeah, we've got some really good news for you.
Okay, I just wanna,
We got a very quick agenda, so if you just wanna speak when we read it up in the meeting.
Okay.
But you only have half a minute.
yeah, that's fine.
Should we warn him now that we're doubling the fee?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Osborne died.
No, I know.
That's fine, sure.
Should have died like
Yeah,
that.
a long time ago.
He wasn't as old as I thought he was. He was like 70.
76?
Oh, yeah.
Upset all day, yes, I think it was sort of Ozzy.
Ozzy Osbourne?
Yeah, he just passed.
Yeah.
Depressed all day, yeah.
the heck is showing up here for?
Oh yeah.
So I finally stopped and read it and said, oh, that's why.
It's like pretty sad about Malcolm tomorrow morning too.
Yeah. He's young, 54.
I need it, that's why.
Yeah.
She can explain to him what it is.
Did they ever say what he died of?
Oh, he drowned.
Drowned.
Yeah, he was out vacationing in Costa Rica with his family and he got tired.
Wow. That'll do
I
it.
mean, on the agenda it said,
My
to
grandmother.
approve it, but when I looked on
The undertow. We know about that stuff on the down at Jimmy Beach. Many years.
In exchange to
Where are the undertow? Don't try to fight it, just let it take you where it's gonna go. It'll let you out.
I know, that's, yeah.
All the locals do. You might have to walk back 20 blocks, but at least you can make it.
Yeah.
So we went on Portland to Seattle, the plane was delayed. They
There's
got
a bar in there
to
that I used to go to.
had to go through
Matter of fact, I live 2 blocks
and they
away
said,
from
we
it.
have to make a
In the bar, and then in
connection,"
between
everybody
that
says, "Go
one
ahead,
and
go
when
ahead." And all
there's
the
another
people
one
were
for
so
people,
nice, they let
high
them
school
go
bouncer
ahead in
days,
line.
but the one that's on the water.
I thought that was super
I used to go to that one
So they
too,
made the
just to
connection,
have
but they
fun.
had to run as soon as they
And
got
it's
out.
Subway
I
since
learned
that
that
year.
lesson the hard way also. Gene and I, we were on our way
Considering how
to,
much stuff has been changed
the
out there.
East-West, no, no, it was Notre Dame USC game in Anaheim. And we got to Portland, and they were socked in, we couldn't get our flight. And Gene said to he called Seattle to see if they were socked in, they weren't. So he said, okay, he says, we'll be there. So we took off and he drove like a bat, but our luggage was in Portland.
Oh, yeah.
So we get to Anaheim, now I've got on a wool skirt, knee-high boots, a leather coat, and a cashmere sweater. Because this is November, and I brought all the correct clothes for down there, but they were in Portland. We went from that game over to after the game, then we flew over to Reno to meet friends. And my luggage finally got to Reno 2 days later, so I was in those clothes. So he went down and bought a little travel suitcase thing that I still got, and new underwear, change of underpants for my
There she is. I finally have my luggage. She got her luggage on Monday.
bless her heart. I'll show them.
So she got there Saturday night. And then Sunday was orientation.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And so they had a 4-hour orientation for their school thing. So, yeah, it was really.
That's good. It's a lifetime thing. It's a memory she'll never forget, you know, and that's what it's all about.
Well, her mom and dad says if you go to school in state and we don't have to pay out of state tuition, you can be an exchange student. Because she had wanted to do that way back when she was in high school. And she said, okay.
Come on, clock.
Yeah, and go slow in everything because of
Yeah.
Just wanted to feel nice that they have been.
Have you ever watched the movie?
Thank you. Yep.
Survivor? Like, not fun, but the guy who plays the president. He's perfect person for that. He's a little wimpy guy. But he's totally honest, blah, 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 blah. The different things on his different seasons.
I don't know what the background. TV song. Oh, that's funny. Oh, and it changes. Yeah. There's angels in there. Oh, cool. It's like the lights blink.
Oh, it drives us crazy. It's
It
cool.
only does it in the daytime when there's enough
Oh,
light.
that's funny.
And then in December, you can change that and it has 4 Christmas songs.
Oh, how fun.
And she says, you always take us every place we need to go. I'm always a nice person that drives.
We had a grandfather.
What's with all the French get up? You just missing the beret.
Gene, just, I'm not going to him. Very loud.
What?
Well, this one I have turned on the lowest volume, but once it starts getting dusk, it doesn't, even the light in the living room doesn't make it go off. So that was a good.
Couple more minutes, we'll get going. Gotta wait till 7:30. And we don't have much on the agenda tonight, so.
Oh, great, you know. You
Go
make
away.
this different, but I was teaching her how to quilt. She doesn't quite have it done. She's almost got
I
it
told
all.
you about my great-granddaughter teaching herself how to crochet. Taught herself,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
15, that's she's 14.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But you know,
Cheryl.
there are a couple of out there that are really good.
This was YouTube.
Oh, so she did it on, yeah, you're right.
That's
You
what
told
kids
me
want to
that.
do.
Yeah, Taylor, Cheryl Pierce's granddaughter,
Uh-huh.
she taught herself how to.
I did, I taught myself
Crocheting
also.
nets.
My mother crocheted a lot, and so
Yeah.
did my grandmother, but they're all right-handed and it just didn't work.
I can teach you how to do that.
Cause I'm left-handed and so I bought a book and taught myself. Cause I could reverse what it was saying, but they couldn't,
They couldn't teach you that.
no.
Tell you what, YouTube. I've become addicted to
It's
YouTube.
amazing how.
Yeah, some of the stuff on it.
That's how I found out that the e-bike that I have is actually pretty good. You know, it's gonna have the same problems like everybody else does, but overall, it's definitely one of the better bikes.
Likes his working.
Well, mine down to City Hall, it's only.
And yeah.
I was
it's
going
long.
to, I was just really tired and I'm really sore in my shoulders.
From radio, was for general.
It's just general old man stuff, you know. You'll get there.
Oh, I already have noticed when I do all my hands, I get joints get sore, and so I'm trying to get arthritis, but even
Yeah.
so, you feel excited, you're a lot of
It's okay,
Yeah.
it's okay. They did the same thing for my grandmother, but it didn't spoil.
I'm like that almost all the time now. Every now and then I'll break down and take some aspirin and the pain goes, ha ha ha, bring on some more.
Get everything, but they're not.
Sucker.
I says, does he have a car yet?
Okay, turn your mics back on.
Yeah.
You want to mention that Ray Cooper and his wife are citizens of the year?
Yeah, I will.
Good.
You do it in your chamber report, that's really,
How
or you did your chamber report, oh, you can do it again. Okay, it is 7:30, I'll call to order the regular meeting for the City of Tenino, July 22nd, 2025. Jeff, when you want to lead us in this flag salute?
Certainly. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We have an agenda.
Move approval.
Second.
It's been moved to approve the agenda as presented. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Approval of minutes, minutes from 7/8/2025
Move
are
approval.
Second.
moved and seconded to approve the minutes. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Consent calendar. Consent calendar for July 9th, 2025 through July 22nd, 2025. consisting of payroll check 33440, and I'll explain that just real quickly. One of the lifeguards, I think, we got missed getting a deposit, so we had to just we just wrote a check to him for that. ETFs in the amount of $90,555.10, and claims checks 33398 through 33439, and EFTs in the amount of $64,239.04, for a grand total of $154,794.14, and approving a liquor license for the Tenino Eagles Car Show.
No approval.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the consent calendar. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing, motion passes. No executive sessions, we'll move on to proclamations. The proclamation is celebrating the 50th anniversary of the moving of
Aren't you
the,
gonna do this first?
whoops, public comments. You just gonna wait till we have to talk about it? Is everybody cool with that? If he just
Sure.
speaks during the,
Sure.
no other public here, no public hearing. Proclamation to celebrate the 50-year anniversary of the moving of the Tenino Depot Museum. I'll read it. Whereas the Tenino Depot Museum is a vital cultural institution that has preserved and interpreted the heritage of the great city of Tenino and its citizens and the citizens of this great nation. And whereas the Tenino Depot Museum moved to its current location 50 years ago, has served as a learning, inspiration, and community engagement since its establishment in the year 1975. And whereas through its exhibitions, educational programs, and outreach efforts, the Tenino Depot Museum has enriched the lives of countless individuals and fostered a deeper appreciation for countless individuals and deeper appreciation for the history, art, science of the citizens of the great city of Tenino. And whereas the citizens of the great city of Tenino encourage all citizens, both near and far, to visit and support the Tenino Depot Museum and cultural institutions. Now therefore, the mayor and council for the great city of Tenino do hereby proclaim this day, July 26, 2025, celebrate the celebration of the citizens of 1975 for their efforts to move and restore the Tenino Depot Museum to its current location in the Tenino City Park, and all those that have served and helped the Tenino Depot Museum in all their efforts to maintain the high standards of a cultural establishment of the history of its citizens.
Move to approve the proclamation.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the proclamation recognizing the 50th anniversary of the moving of the Tenino Depot Museum. Any discussion?
Just wanted to notice that it's the great city of Tenino in that proclamation.
That's right. I will sign this and pass the same pen down so we can all do it in the same.
Okay.
You need to call for a vote.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I guess I
Call
shouldn't have
for the
signed that before.
question.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
You want to say something?
Do you want to say anything about the Tenino Depot? Why you can speak up and, yeah, go ahead. Read this to it.
Hi, everyone. Deborah
Can you make sure
Eichelderfer.
the microphone's on? There's a green light
Yep.
lit up on it.
Okay, yes, it's on.
You can push it
Okay.
down if you want.
Hi, I'm Deborah Eichelderfer. I live at 15225 Knowles Road Southeast in Tenino. I am here to invite the city council members and all available public members who are here and not here to attend our 2 p.m. celebration of the moving of the museum this Saturday, July 22nd at the Tenino Depot Museum. Please come if you can. We'll have our mayor is going to say a couple words, and we have Dave Nicandri, one of the past presidents, or was he the first president? I'm not exactly, Jessica would know that one, but one of our past presidents will also have a word to say, and we will celebrate 50 years of the museum.
And I'm going to
So-
read the proclamation there also. So
And you'll read the
I
proclamation.
think
That's
it,
awesome.
so.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Come on, come on. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Old business, here you go, Forrest. Tenino Eagles have requested to waive the special event application fee for the proposed car show on August 23rd, 2025. And they're requesting to close part of Howard Street and Central, including the Eagles parking lot, to include a beer garden and live band. We talked a little bit about this in our work session, just kind of pointed out where we're going to close off things. So there's that request there.
No problem.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to allow the Eagles to waive the special event fee and to close off Howard Street and the Eagles park and have the Eagles parking lot, beer garden and live band. Do you want to say anything before we vote, or would you like to speak anything about it? You need to come up here.
Sure, I can, yeah.
Just, yeah.
Yeah, thanks for considering this. This allows us, little,
Identify yourself,
oh,
please.
sorry, Forrest Bergen. I'm Forrest Bergen with the Tenino Eagles, FOE 564. And this allows us to give back to the community. You know, it helps us out so we don't have to spend extra money, and we can give it back to the community and youth and stuff. We gave out $6,000 in scholarships this year and stuff. So every little bit helps. It's all a piece of the pie. You know, I know you guys need money too and whatnot, but it really helps.
You're bringing business into town too.
Yeah,
So
yeah, we hope to bring, I don't know how much Christian would know, but how much business in cars, because we're doing cars and bikes and all day deal. Registration's at 10 a.m. and we're gonna do awards at 4 p.m. So it should hopefully get people in and stick around, so.
Well, the money, because the reason that a fee is charged is because there's usually cleanup after this kind of thing.
Sure, sure.
So as long as you guys clean up any mess that's made,
Yeah.
then,
Yeah, we could take care of
then
that
we
for
don't
sure.
have to pay the
City
public works to
costs.
do
Yeah,
it,
yeah. Yeah, so that's about all I have to say. Christian, do you want to say anything? Or? Good, okay, cool.
Okay.
Cool,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
So there's been a motion and seconded to request the waive of special event fees and close Howard Street to Central between, I think, Sussex and Central. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Mayor, I'm an officer of Eagles 564, and as such, I feel I need to recuse myself in this particular vote.
Okay.
Sounds good.
It's
Any
okay,
other
we don't
discussion?
need you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. So, okay, thanks. And thanks for working with us. I know there were some questions at first, so I appreciate you getting with Troy. And,
Before, so we're like, okay.
yeah. Next time will be easier if you do it again.
Okay.
New business, well, again, we talked about it in the work session, and I don't believe this was really ever intended to be approved tonight, because when I looked at the face sheet, it says for discussion only. We did just talk about this. The issue is we used to do annual fire and inspections for all businesses, just for the public to know if they weren't at the work session. And it is actually in our code that to get a business license and to renew a business license, you're supposed to have a fire inspection before your license is renewed. The fire department used to do those. They don't have a fire inspector now. We hired somebody to do fire inspections for us. So our code also says that those inspections are free. So of course, when we provide them free, we're paying somebody $150 an hour to do those. So the suggestion was to charge businesses $150 to do those. And I think we all realize that a lot of our small businesses are running on thin margins. And so we're gonna have more discussion about charging a fee for those and see what we can do around fire inspections. It's not gonna be an impact on our businesses. So more to come on that. We'll try to figure out a way we can, just with the financial position the city in, it's hard for us to pay too, so without getting some kind of reimbursement, but we'll figure out something. So that was just for discussion. Is there any, Jeff, I know you weren't here for that. Did you have anything you wanted to, I'll bring some recommendations back, but do you have any initial thoughts that you wanted to share on that, or?
Regarding the fire inspections,
Yeah,
just maybe we split it, maybe it's 70, how many businesses are we talking about?
Well, so I don't know how many
Any
businesses in
business.
town, every one of
Any
them has to
business,
have.
start with
I
Egan's,
don't know how many we have.
and the Eagles, and Kumquat, and the Landmark, and Los Compadres.
I understand. Do we
Yeah.
have a number for how many businesses?
I don't know.
in
I
the
don't know
city?
how many total businesses we have within the city limits, but I can find out. I'll send you a note. I'm sure it's pretty easy. They can do a count on them, but
Being able to estimate
see
what.
how much the cost would be, yeah.
Right.
So more on that to come. The fire code, again, we just talked to Jessica. She just wanted she didn't need approval tonight. The fire marshal is recommending we adopt the latest IFC International Fire Code in its entirety and remove some of the old language we have on there for fire codes. We didn't get any details, but she said she just wanted to put that out there that this is going to be coming forward to us. So we'll provide a more detail of what we're eliminating and what this new fire code means for the city. I think we're actually required to adopt John was saying, I think we're kind of mandated to adopt the latest fire codes and all
We
that
are,
kind of
but what
stuff.
I'd like to know what's
What
being
it is, yeah.
eliminated and what the new ones,
Being pleasant about it, so you also will say mandate.
So anyway, we'll bring more back on that, but just that's going to be on our radar coming up here soon. Appointment of the Civil Service Commissioner. We did have one application. We've had a couple spots open on that for some time, and I think Jody's really the only one left right now. So Linda Huntley applied for that position. I did look at her application, so she looked like she was qualified. Jody Stoltz talked to her and is recommending that the council appoint her to the Civil Service Commission.
so
No
moved.
problem.
It's been
Second.
moved and seconded to appoint Linda Huntley to the Civil Service Commission. Is there any discussion?
Got an idea. You guys may have a lot of people that come through the Eagles. Push this idea on them. Get someone else to sign up for this.
Be a civil service commission,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or planning commission, or
Or
city council, or, yeah, it's a good platform to just encourage citizens to get involved in our city, certainly.
So it's been moved and seconded. Is there any other discussion? I think I may have asked that already. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No resolutions, no ordinances. Let's see. Deb, did you have anything else that you want to report on besides the museum?
Oh,
Uh,
I will in a
Jude,
minute.
okay.
Yeah, just, go ahead, come on.
It has to do with the museum, so hi, Deb Reichelderfer. So, on the occasion of our 50th anniversary of the moving of the museum, we are also issuing a limited edition script money that is going to be minted this week and available for sale come Friday after our debut at 11 a.m. at the museum. So,
What are the denominations?
well, we have, the denomination is a $50 wooden piece, and it will depict a picture of the museum on wheels, and it's going to be first come, first served to the first 50. There's no pre-orders accepted.
And one of them
So-
is gonna have Keith Phillips on it.
Yes, we have not announced that yet, but in addition to the $50 script,
Why
we
not?
have several, all of the wooden money is being reissued this year, so we will have new 5s, 10s, and 1s. Each of them has a special image on it that is significant to the history of the Tenino Museum. I'll put it that way. And yes, you are right.
Well,
And-
you guys talked about it at the at the
Chamber.
chamber meeting, so I
Yeah.
didn't know that
Yeah,
it was
it's really,
public
it's okay.
knowledge.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did
It's
talk
okay.
about that at the chamber meeting,
Yes,
didn't
you
I?
did.
Yes, I did, so
And
that would be
named the
me.
people that were gonna be on them.
Yeah, well, I had one of them, and I give you a press release? You
Yes,
got
it's
that?
in this week's paper, which
Good.
is on
So-
the streets tomorrow.
Yes, I did announce it, so it's really okay. And I have a press release coming out that Dan has got a hold of. And, yeah, I had people in the room that I wanted to honor, so I did kind of spill the beans. Anyway, we're really excited. The current script is expiring on December 31st, so you have until the end of the year if you have any of our current wooden money to get it spent or redeemed at the museum, or spent in local businesses or redeemed at the museum.
Yeah,
Um,
just into local businesses is
Mhm.
the only place you can spend it.
Yep, Yeah, and I guess we'll be publishing some rules, not rules, but procedures on how citizens can spend the money, who's gonna accept it, how they get it redeemed, so it's not such a mystery.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of exciting to be
Exciting.
here at this moment with the museum. I'm the newest member, but I've already been before you several times, and I'm getting better at public speaking. It's always been kind of a hard thing for me, so yeah.
Me
Thank you.
too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
11 o'clock on Friday for the debut of the money, 2 o'clock on Saturday
For
the
sale.
celebration. Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
I think that's all we got on the agenda, unless anybody has any good of the order for,
No, I just, I want to announce that Ray and Judy Cooper are the Citizens of the Year along with John, who's our Grand Marshal, at the parade on Saturday, so, yeah.
anything else? Anybody got anything?
Well, I suppose I can announce that as part of Tenino's status as a Washington Creative District, we have our own theater group, the Tenino Young at Hearts Theater, and this weekend, Little Mermaid opens up on Thursday. Actually, it'll be playing this weekend and next weekend. And if you got tykes who are into mermaids and Disney and whatnot, please come see the show. You'll actually see me there playing a sailor. Yes.
We
I'll-
figured that out.
I thought you
walked in the
just
door.
dressed up for the meeting tonight.
I'm hoping John will give me tips. No. That's a good tip right there, I think.
Okay, hearing nothing else, the meeting's adjourned. That was a quick one. Got out of here in 15